Welcome everybody to the Keys to Wisdom channel. So as you can see here, I got the fish up on the screen, and we're going to be talking about in this video why the number 40, F-O-R-T-Y, is so special, right? 40, F-O-R-T-Y, is the only number in English language that is programmed according to the alphabetical order. And then there is only one number, E-N-O, 1, in English, programmed to the reverse alphabetical order. What you see in front of you here is part of the reason why. And everything that you see in front of you here is why the number 40 is used so extensively within the Bible and other things, right? The lashes, 40 save 1, right? There's just over and over, there's instance after instance after instance of the 40 being used. And this is here's why, right? The royal letters, the purple, the A, the B, the P, and the U. Position 1, position 2, position 16, position 21. These are the positions where the 4 vowels belong. Let those who have ears hear. Go through the names of every one of your letters. The mouth is the court of the vowel, right? It has to be unblocked air in the front and unblocked air in the back to be a vowel. A is a vowel. E is a vowel. I is a vowel. And O is a vowel. And that's it. None of the others are vowels. U is not a vowel. Y air blocker is stuck on the front of U. Now the 4 vowels make, in combinations with each other, every single vowel sound there is, right? And every single one of us, when we're born here into this world, that's our native tongue. That is what we speak. Pure vowel, made from the only 4 vowels. Every single sound that comes out of the baby's mouth, and there is a lot of them, is made from those 4 vowels, the combinations of. Within our use of the word and the fake usage of the 5 vowels, right? Every time there's a vowel sound coming represented by something other than A-E-I-O or a combination of A-E-I-O, it's a stolen sound from those vowels, right? And really, if you look at the O there, it says 51 over 15, right? And you reverse the O, 15 over 51, you overlay them. That's the 66 over 66. That's the sound. One of the sounds that the U is stealing is the O-O. Boo, boo, you, right? That letter is Y-O-O, yoo-hoo, right? It's a theft. It's not a vowel. If it was a vowel, it would have a pure vowel name. A-E-I-O is F-E-A-R, right? Over and over within the Bible, they say the fear of God is the beginning of wisdom. The fear of God is the beginning of wisdom. Over and over and over and over again. It's the A-E-I-O of God is the beginning of wisdom. And then you can relate the word fear into it, right? Because it's about air blockage, right? Which is always a sin, right? If you have fear of God, you'll live by the principles of A-E-I-O, right? Everything open in the front and open in the back, completely unblocked air, right? You're not going to block the air from anything else in the front, in the back. You're not going to snuff the air out of anything else. You understand the vowels of God, just like the air all around you, right? The air tells the truth. Some fucking piece of shit says, I'm the fucking master, you're the slave, I own you, I'm greater than you. What does the air say? The air says you're equals. You're breathing the same air, right? Every one of these fucking lies of these piece of shit motherfuckers says, I'm fucking royal. I have the divine right to rule you. What does the fucking air say? You are my subject. What does the air say? It's right in front of your face, in your plain sight. The air says that royal fucking motherfucker is a lying piece of shit. The air says that fucking slave owner motherfucker is a lying piece of shit. In places where they have caste systems and different classes, right? When they say, I'm top class, you're low class, what does the air say? It says you're the same motherfucking class, and that motherfucker is a lying piece of shit, right? All this crap about saying humans are above all of the animals. And what does the air say? Equals, right? And then all of the teachings of the first is last, and they are one and the same, is all about the very first two characters, which is two vowels. The unbelocked air, right? The first is last, and the last is first, and they are one and the same. And that is why we have the 40 and 39 usages like crazy. Because once you get to this point, you need to realize, yes, it's position 1, position 2, position 16, position 21, 40, but they're both first and they're both last. So really what you're seeing here is 39, 40, and 41. That's why F-O-R-T-Y is right and E-N-O is left, the 40 and the 39. And the only way to figure it out is to have the order, the actual order, and the actual word that they don't give you here. But it's programmed into all of your stuff. Right? Also along this fish, right? It goes to 31. The fifth vowel comes in at 32. Right? Our full month is 31 days. Genesis 1 is a full month. Exactly, right? The two words Genesis 1 equals F-U-L-L-M-O-N-T, full month. Right? Everything you've got going uses the order. It's all in your plain sight. You've never seen it though, unless you're here and you actually have the order and you have the word. Right, so I'm going to do a little bit of switching over now here, and I'm going to jump to the 40 vowels per year, right? And I want to give a big shout out and thanks to Dan, who just like the fish graphic. Dan put it together and made it for us. And again here, right, I had given out all of these values before. Dan went through and recalculated the 40 vowels per year that we have, right? But then again, the 40 and the 39 plays off of the first and the last, which is the first and the second. The first and the second are the first and the last, and they are one and the same. There is 40 vowel periods, vowel days every single year when you go out into the third, and then as you can see here, there's an entry into the fourth script before it drops back into the third from the 329, position 329, 1001, 1001. That's a standalone fourth script right there. Right? And you can see here where these scripts begin, right? The first script is single digits. The first and the second slot, 4 and 4, 8 and 8. That's it. That's the entire first script. The second script starts with C, 1221. It's all double digits, right? And it goes all the way up to 31. 9779. The third script begins at 32. That's the fifth vowel. 101, 101. Higher education, right? Now, you have to have the word. Otherwise, you have no real education. You just got a bunch of fucking rabbit hole bullshit, right? A lot of people over the years have said stupid shit to me about us here and myself climbing into some fucking rabbit hole with this shit. But the reality of the deal is your entire fucking life, everything that you've learned, everything you've been given from the Pharisees and the scribes here in this world has had you in the rabbit hole your entire life. The only way out of that rabbit hole is right here. The only people in this world who are not constantly stuck in the rabbit hole with absolutely no chance of getting anywhere is those of us here, those of us with the actual order, with the actual word. So again here, 40 per year, right? But there's 39 periods because of the first and last, the first and second come together. So when you go around each year, right, you have 40 vowel days, you have 39 periods of those vowel days. Just like the 4 actual vowel positions, 1, 2, 16, 21. It's all about the 40 and the 39. And again, why is English programmed with only 2 numbers? One in alphabetical order, F-O-R-T-Y, and one in reverse alphabetical order, E-N-O. There are no others. The 40 and the 39 is right in front of your face right now. When I showed you the fish, the 40 and the 39 was right in front of your face. That's all of the shit, right? Everything according to the order, the real order, and the real word, right? The Pharisees and the scribes have hidden it from you. They haven't allowed you to enter. They themselves haven't entered. But they have designed all kinds of stuff with it right in front of your face. Your calendars run according to it, right? And I'm going to get into some of that. I'm going to do a little switch over here and jump into the Clues app and follow some of this up with the 40 and 39 and link it into your Julian, Gregorian, and Hebrew calendars because they all run according to it, right? The year 1979 is the 2 Hebrew years, 5739 and 5740. It's the same thing. That's why they're timed together. This, what you see in front of your face still here before I transfer over, is exactly why the Gregorian calendar is timed to the Hebrew calendar. It was set up for the year 1979 to be the 2 Hebrew years, 5739 and 5740, all according to the word, right? So when the restart of the Roman calendar, the Julian Gregorian calendar, everything that went into it was for 1,979 years later. Timed. The Hebrew calendar was used as the primary timing device for starting the Gregorian calendar in the Anno Domini cycle that we use right now. So I'm going to go ahead, end this, and switch over to the Clues app for the rest of the video. All right, we're going to start out right here with the 5 in the house. There'll be 2 against 3 and 3 against 2. Father against son and son against father. Right? That 40 and 39, that's Hebrew. That's 5740, 5739 in the year 1979. Right? The 5 in a house, right, is the Madre, Padre, and the Spirit. Mother and Father and Spirit. Against the lad and the lass that are the language. but it will go both ways, just as Jesus says in Thomas, right? It'll go exactly, right? Madre, spirit, lad, right? That's your story of how Jesus was created in Christianity, right there, right? Against the Father, Padre, and the last. There will be 3 against 2 and 2 against 3. Father against Son and Son against Father. And they will stand solitary. They will not stand together, right? Padre and the lad doesn't. They don't stand together, right? In any ways do they stand together, right? The Padre stands with the Madre and the Spirit, right? The Madre is actually the one that is always with the Spirit, either with the Padre or with the lad. It's the last, though, that is never with the Spirit. The last is always with just the Padre or just the lad. Right? These are major things. Right? A different way to put it is I'm words, numbers, symbols. Right? Same thing. Words, numbers, symbolism. Another way that we'll put it out is the way everything is programmed. The alphabetical ordered numbers, right? 40 and 39, right? The only 2 is 40 and 1 backwards. 40 and 1, they're the only ones. Here we are, the same shit I was showing you on the fish. The same shit I was showing you on the 40 vowels per year. Same shit I was showing you on the 5 in a house. 3 against 2 and 2 against 3, right? Just to clarify that house is all the 1979, which is 5739, 5740, right? There'll be 3 against 2, and 2 against 3. And 5 in a house. 40 forwards, 1 backwards, right? That's the 2 Gregorian years, 1978, 1979. Those 2 years are only 1 Hebrew year, 5749, right? This is how it goes. 57, let's say 5740, 5739, 1979, 1978, right? It's always in 3s, right? So the 3 to the left, 5740, 5739, 1979, they always go together. The 3 to the right, 1978, 1979, 5739, always go together. This is how the Hebrew Gregorian calendars run together. 40 forwards, 1 backwards is about 78, 79, the Hebrew year 5739, right? 40, F-O-R-T-Y, is forwards. 1, E-N-O, is backwards, according to the alphabetical ordered numbers, right? 40 is right, and 1 is left. Exact same thing. 1978, 1979, right? Here it shows the 30 are the 40 is 1, right? AEIO is ABPU, the 1. Here is the 40 and the 39 and the 1, all together, all of this, right? Everything is all the same exact information. So we got this, 40 is right, 1 is left. 40 forwards, 1 backwards was 78, 79 for those 2 years. Now we have a Hebrew deal, we have a hybrid deal. This is 5739. This is 1979. So it's 5739 right, 1979 left. doubled, right? That's Hebrew and Gregorian. Hebrew, Gregorian, what we just seen, right? Now here we are, it's 38 and 78. 78 and 38, right? 1978 begins the year 5738 and ends the year 5739. 1979 begins 5739, ends 5740. Right. Here we go. So to jump off of our 39 and 79 and put in what we see, right? It's Hebrew and Gregorian. It's Hebrew, Gregorian. Hebrew, Gregorian confirmation again, right? Steps us back 1 year, 1978, 5738. From 1979, 5739. Oh, what else did I got? 40 is special. This is already a big ratio deal when this comes up. It's an A and a B type thing, and it's also about measure twice within Thomas, a measure twice and cut once, right? The 60 of the per measure, right? The per measure deal, ABPU, right? That's what it's all about. And really, that is the big year that it's all about too, right? In the beginning, conception, not birth, 1979, but it's all featured, right, together. So another thing within the word, right? Everything within the word is timed to these 2 years, 1978, 1979. In the Hebrew years, 5738, 5739, right? All of it. And here, let's just do something, let's say bicycle, 1979. Let's do something else. Let's say my birth, 1979. Right? The word is programmed here that every time you take these lower end to 19 creates a 1978. And then there's massive morals in this deal, right? Because every single one of these in 1979 is unbalanced, not as above, so below. It's not a vowel thing, right? So it is impossible to take a vowel or vowel-like position through any of the 1979 frequencies, right? It's impossible to take an in the beginning position, which is a vowel position, and 2 of them, right? It's impossible with any of the 1979 frequencies. But we'll go Anu, your ass, and we'll say Adam, Eve, clock, just because I know that. Right, now you're as above, so below. Took a vowel-like position. Took an in the beginning-like position. It takes 2 to formulate something resembling the in the beginning position. As above, so below. Right? That's the morals. The 2 1979s, equal and opposite, come together as one. Now you have the vowel moral, the in the beginning moral, and you have the 2 that are both first and both last and both one and the same. That's what the word revolves around. It's all programmed up. Now, I've got a lot of other different things that I've shown over the time, but this is as much as I had gotten ready here. Maybe I'll jump back to this, right? Words, numbers, symbols, just to highlight something again, right? That's 5740. That's 5739. That's 1979. The 2 Hebrew years that make up the 1979. Right? That's these 3 on the left. all together, all in here. Now we're going to jump it up and say I am, words, numbers, symbols, right? The Hebrew year 5747 is the year 1987, but this is an anagram. This is showing 1978 and 1979 through 5740 is a pair of keys, right? This is still 1978, 1979, but there's a clarification through 1987 is the Hebrew year 5747. I am, words, numbers, symbols. I'm, words, numbers, symbolism. Some of this right here too. It's like in the beginning, the words, numbers, symbolism of A, right? You got to get it all to as above, so below. That's what I just showed in those takes two 1979s to make a proper in the beginning 1978, right? Where everything really begins, conception in the beginning, not at birth, right? It's impossible to take your place in the beginning when you think that birth is the beginning. It's not, right? Conception is the beginning. You take your place in the actual beginning, equal and opposite, as above, so below. The deal, right? The words, the numbers, the symbolism of A, which is represented by that 4-4, or by the 8-8, right? Which is what the ABBA fucking really means, right? ABBA, sitting in front of everybody's face, is all about the real deal word. So all of the morals in it are the first is last, and they're the one and the same, right? The first and the second is the first and the last, and they're one and the same. But again, right, it's within your plain sight. But when you don't have the real word, you don't have a fucking clue about what to think about Abba, right? People think Abba is a name for a father, God, right? Right, and that's what they use the STH around Abba for, which is time for the Sabbath, right? Well, really, it's all fucking vowels, right? AEEA, time, right? STH, not Sabbath, right? Because we know what the fuck we're doing here, right? That's the whole fucking deal on it, right? That's really the first and last, and they're one and the same, right? And it would be, say something, we do something like this: YHWH, a complete fucking abomination of a fucking deal, and or AE, right? What are you gonna put out? YHWH, oh, this is holy, that's a goddamn air blocking piece of fucking shit. It ain't the real tetragrammaton. The real tetragrammaton is the ABPU, where the AEIO goes, right? The Yahweh, right? YHWH, like the fucking dust mites, fucking Hebrew sacks of shit that can't fucking read a bit, don't know a fucking thing about anything, nothing but absolute fucking liars, right? Or AE, right? In the beginning, right? And then another way this can come out is we'll go something like this: HTHR and or AO. Who's that about? That would be HATHOR, right? Within the word HATHOR, 244, 127, Yahweh, right? When you become two, what will you do, right? You see that? YHWH, pile of horseshit, and or AE, what will you do when you become two, right? Madre, Padre, Spirit, in the beginning, right? We can take this over to maybe Hosea 3 or 2. Let me see. Hosea 2. Let's just read it. Say of your brothers, my people, and your sisters, my loved one, rebuke your mother, rebuke her, for she is not my wife, and I am not her husband. Let her remove the adulterous look from her face, and the unfaithfulness from between her breasts. Otherwise I will strip her naked, and make her as bare as on the day she was born. I will make her like a desert, turn her into a parched land, and slay her with thirst. I will not show my love to her children, because they are the children of adultery. Their mother has been unfaithful and has conceived them in disgrace. She said, I will go after my lovers who gave me my food and my water, my wool and my linen, my olive oil and my drink. Therefore I will block her path with thorn bushes. I will wall her in so that she cannot find her way. She will chase after her lovers, but not catch them. She will look for them, but not find them. Then she will say, I will go back to my husband as at first, for then I was better off than now. She has not acknowledged that I was the one who gave her the grain, the new wine, and oil, who lavished on her the silver and gold, first and second, which they used for Baal. Therefore I will take away my grain when it ripens, and my new wine when it is ready. I will take back my wool and my linen intended to cover her naked body. So now I will expose her lewdness before the eyes of her lovers. No one will take her out of my hands. I will stop all her celebrations, her yearly festivals, her new moons, her Sabbath days, all her appointed festivals. I will ruin her vines and her fig trees, which she said were her pay from her lovers. I will make them a thicket, and wild animals will devour them. I will punish her for the days she burned incense to the Baals. She decked herself with rings and jewelry and went after her lovers, but me she forgot, declares the Lord. Therefore, I am now going to allure her. I will lead her into the wilderness and speak tenderly to her. There I will give her back her vineyards, and I will make the valley of Achor a door of hope. There she will respond as in the days of her youth, as in the day she came up out of Egypt. In that day, declares the Lord, you will call me my husband. You will no longer call me my master. I will remove the names of the Baals from her lips. No longer will their names be invoked. In that day I will make a covenant for them with the beasts of the field, the birds of the sky, and the creatures that move along the ground. Bow and sword and battle I will abolish from the land, so that all may lay down in safety. I will betroth you to me forever. I will betroth you in righteousness and justice, in love and compassion. I will betroth you in faithfulness, and you will acknowledge the Lord. In that day I will respond, declares the Lord. I will respond to the skies, and they will respond to the earth. And the earth will respond to the grain, the new wine, and the olive oil. And they will respond to Jezreel. I will plant her for myself in the land. I will show my love to the one I called not my loved one. I will say to those called not my people, you are my people, and they will say, you are my God. Hosea chapter 2. Alright. When we get a little bit of air back in it, right? What that's talking about within there, right, is this dust mite version of shit or this, right? That whole, all that crap that you listen through there in punishment and wickedness, right? And it goes both ways, from her and from him. All that bullshit that you're hearing from her and from him, or about her and from him, right, is this consonant bullshit, right? And it's represented both ways. HTHR and or AO, right? That's what's going down here. Madre, Padre, spirit deal. The mother and the father, right? The whole deal, right? And then what it's talking about there is a reconciliation, and going back to the beginning, the silver and the gold, the first and the last, the whole deal, right? That's about the vowels, right? And or AO, right? In this whole deal. And there's also forgiveness within that, right? Saying those motherfuckers are not my fucking people, right? To they are my people, and you are not my wife. To you are my wife, right? You are not first or second, which is first and last, and one and the same. I am your master, right? And again, like I started this fucking video out, and I'm talking about the air, right? That bullshit, even when it's coming from Yahweh, which is coming from the YHWH portion there, that's hog shit. That's bullshit. That is a lying, temporary fucking state of complete fucking garbage, right? And it's sin both ways, right? There is no fucking perfect nothing, right? And this whole deal here about absolutely anything perfect is some fucking garbage. It's all garbage, right? There's flaws in absolutely everything. Right? You read the Old Testament and come out and you tell me this fucking garbage shit is perfect, you must be fucking crazy. You must be fucking crazy, right? But all of that is the air blockage, right? That's the YHWH bullshit. That's the air blockage crap in it, right? But it's showing all of it. When you read Hosea chapter 2, right? You really know what the fuck you're doing, what you're talking about, what you're reading, what's going on there, right? This is what you're seeing. YHWH and or AE, right? And what you're really seeing is that Yahweh, just like the name says, through the fake tetragrammaton, right? And the two vowels, the first and the last, one and the same, right? It's showing, right, that Yahweh has the potential to be absolutely wrong about everything, YHWH, and absolutely right about everything, but is a combination of both, right? And that's the reality of the deal, is how we all got here, how everything is here, right? Even at the very beginning, and it's just those first two vowels, right? As above, so below, and it was like this for, you can't even put a time on it because time didn't even exist. Time doesn't exist until the fall. This fucking deal here, right? But this wasn't perfect either, right? It's two vowels, not the fucking B lock around there. It wasn't perfect either, right? Because from that, all of this came. All of it came from mistakes, sins, doing the wrong things, right? And it all came out of this, right? There was a period and an unknowable amount of time didn't even exist, right? Where there was a state of being that had never done any wrong. But here we are, and that state is long gone, and there's never any going back to that state, right? We will go back to that state, but it will never again be the state of what it was, the innocence in the beginning, right? Before this, it'll never be that. But all of this here will wind up being something that reinforces it when we get back to this deal, and nothing but this deal, but it's all vowels, right? All the lessons learned here and how fucking absolute fucking shitty it is for every single thing here. This place is shitty for every single thing here. The most high fucking thing here has it fucking very, very shitty compared to where we all come from and where we're all going, right? Back to this. All those lessons and how it sucked and how bad it was for absolutely everything, right? When we get back in here, it's going to create a stronger version than it was in the beginning before it all fell, right? And there will be a recognition that there is no such thing as perfect, right? There'll be no fucking bullshit at all, right? Everything will know, all things will know the exact same things. Every single thing that ever happened, right? And how fucking horrible it was. Right? And then HOSEA 2, and this phrase here, and that's all saying the same things, right? YHWH, dust pile of non-stop lying bullshit, which is absolutely everything we got here, right? Everything basically out of the Abrahamic trident is absolute, totally blocked air, as fallen as it gets, right? Or that, and then when that's over with, right, we'll be back to the real deal, the first and the last, one and the same. But it's talking about the prior times, the fall, and the reconciliation, all within that. It's doing it here within this, right? When you become to, what will you do? Right? Fix every motherfucking thing that is flawed, destroyed. Not gonna fix the potential for the flaw. The potential for flaw is always going to be there, just like the potential for the flaws was there the entire time before any of the flaws materialized to create where we're at. We're absolutely everything that has ever been here, every single person, every concept, every deity, flawed, flawed, flawed. Not one fucking thing here has ever not been flawed. All claims of absolutely any person, any deity, anything ever being here without being flawed is 100% a fucking lie. This fucking garbage ass bullshit here. But it's all going to be restored back, right? And we're sitting in a period right now where absolutely all of our timekeeping devices, our word, our language, absolutely everything is all about design for this time, because we're in a potential period of potential restoration of everything right now. We'll see if it gets done or not, but the potential is there for everything. There is not one thing right now that is impossible. All things right now are possible. Right? We are in the period. The people are here. Everything all together right here, right now. The words, the numbers, the symbolism, the whole damn deal. Right? And that's really what it is all about. Right? The Hebrew years 5738, 5739, 5740, and the Gregorian years of 1978, 1979. That is what all languages, all numbers, all everything, every fucking thing that you have here is timed and all based around this. Right? So everything, if you want to look at it like the solar system model, right? This time, and these people, these two, everything else here is satellites rotating around this period, these two, the whole thing. All language, all numbers, all symbols, all everything, all the vowels, absolutely everything is all about this time period in these two. All right? And the only place you're going to hear about it or see a damn thing about it is right here, because there's no other motherfuckers in this world who have any literacy and teach anything with any value to any of the people. It's right here, all or nothing, right? Here or bust. That's the deal, right? You're gonna get the real shit here, or you're gonna bust everywhere else, because there is fucking nothing real anywhere else in this place. So with that said, please like the video, share the video, and subscribe to the channel if you think that's something you should do. And have a nice day.